Poatan Pereira, 12-2, coming up against Magomed Ankalaev, 20-1. Oh, deadbeat. Flip a coin. Who we got here? CJ, let's go.
I never faded Hoatan yet, bro. But I think this is gonna be the day. I
No
really
shit.
do, man. Magomed's got all the tools, especially the wrestling. If this goes to the ground, then Hoatan is in trouble. He can defend some takedowns, but he's not like the best at it. So if Magomed gets this to the ground, I think he's pretty much done. But if this stays on the feet, give me Hoatan all day, man.
I feel you. And like, with a lot of people, from my perspective, the Ankalaev really doesn't have like the best wrestling in the world. Like he's pretty decent at wrestling, but he's not really known for it. He's been standing and striking for at least his past three fights, if I'm not right, and not really tried to take it to the ground too much. What you thinking, Lee?
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Brendan. I spent the afternoon watching back his last few fights, Jan Blachowicz, Johnny Walker, and then of course Rakic. And yeah, he never really forces those takedowns when the striking's not going his way. He just hangs in there and tries to find the counter, tries to find the angle, and that's not the best game to play against Poatan. Now, Alex Pereira, he proved that the fact of a southpaw standing in front of him doesn't affect his ability to get off that leg kick. He showed that against Khalil Roundtree. And the way Rakic and Walker were able to get those many kicks in the first round kind of leans toward the fact that Pierre is going to be able to be much more successful at it. You watch the Walker fight and you watch the Rakic fight, you could
Mm-hmm.
see both these guys. Ankalaev gets off to a slow start. Some would argue maybe he gave away the first round against Walker. That's debatable, but a lot of the judges scored the first round for Rakic, and Rakic
Yeah.
was able to get that high kick up there over and over and over again. He wasn't able to land the low kicks, but Rakic's not really known for a good low kick there. So I think if he starts off slow and doesn't um, incorporate his game plan, doesn't force his game plan immediately off the hop in the first round, Poeton's going to be able to find that range. He's going to set up that low kick. He's going to be able to set up that high kick. And you saw that jab pick apart Roundtree over and over again
Yeah.
once he was able to
Bad.
find it. And I mean, that left hook is there. It's a little bit different when a southpaw is standing in front of him, but that left jab where he was able to find the right side of Roundtree's face, if that range is found in the first round, it could be a bad night for Ankalaev. And then ultimately just the sheer will of Poetan to continually force. Like Racket faded a little in the fight. Walker definitely faded.
Faded.
Poetan's not going to do that, so he can't particularly rely on it. So I really like the minus 125 on Alex Pereira. I feel like it's almost free money.
So if Ankalaev can work in a couple takedowns, CJ, how do you what do you think about Pereira even being able to get back up if he does go to the ground late in round one, maybe halfway through round two, or maybe in the beginning of round two? You think he has the capabilities to get back up?
I think he has the capability to get back up. Absolutely. I mean, he works with Glover Teixeira, and Glover Teixeira is a great wrestler, and he's got a good ground game himself. So training with him is going to benefit him in this fight. But I just think that the schedule for Pereira is just a little bit too much. He's fighting a little bit too soon for my liking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if Ankalaev is going to utilize a wrestling game plan, he needs to ensure that he's not going to get his leg beat up in the first round. Because we saw it with Blachowicz. He got his leg torched in that fight, and Poetan is far better at it. So if he's going to use a wrestling game plan, he's got to make sure that he does it early and he's able to not lose his mobility by Alex kicking your calf right off your bone.
Good shit, fellas. All righty, y'all. Well, that wraps up your breakdown for UFC 313. Just want to thank CJ UFC Picks for coming on. Where can they see you at, man?
Instagram, TikTok, and CJ UFC picks. Make sure you follow me. I drop my picks every week. Dog of the card and lock of the card as well.
Hell yeah. All righty. Well, we out of here. See y'all next week. Fight Time Network.